Our next story is about another mother who is trying to be reunited with her daughters. 11 years ago, two girls, then 7 and 4 years old, were kidnapped by their father and taken to Saudi Arabia. ABC's David Enso reports that after years of trying to get them back, their mother wants the U.S. government to help.
Nice to meet you, Senator Dox.
Really good to meet you.
Patricia Rausch and her lawyer came to Washington to lobby senators and anyone who would listen. She has only pictures and videotape of her two daughters, abducted 11 years ago to Saudi Arabia by their father, who had lost custody of them in American courts. There are dozens of American women who face the same plight.
How much more do these mothers have to go through before the U.S. government stops its torture and pain and tells these countries to let our children go? Is this oil for children?
The matter is urgent, says Rausch, because in January her oldest daughter turned 18.
My daughters will be married off in an arranged marriage very, very soon, unless they're allowed to come home.
They were forcibly abducted from the United States, and that is a tragic thing. But there's not a lot that we can do.
Rausch is particularly critical of Wyche Fowler, the current U.S. ambassador to Saudi Arabia, saying until recently he did nothing to pressure the Saudis on her case. But last week, Fowler negotiated a Saudi agreement for Rausch to see her daughters in Saudi Arabia, something she's only been allowed to do once before for just 2 hours. Her lawyer says they want such a meeting in a neutral third country.
My client fears going back to Saudi Arabia.
Oil and strategic military interests have always dominated the U.S.-Saudi relationship. Now, Patricia Rausch and others are trying to get Washington to consider their children's freedom as just as high a priority. David Ensor, ABC News, the State Department.
Federal aviation officials are investigating why 7 oxygen